Welcome back. We're so glad to have you guys. If you're new to our channel, I'm Kelly and this is
Christina.
And we make videos every Monday night at 7 p.m. So we hope you'll consider subscribing and joining the Mommy's Makeup and Moscato family. And today we have a special one for you.
Yeah, one that I desperately needed to remember.
Yeah, me too. And we were both laughing this morning when we were about to film this because this is all about, you know, if you saw the title, some styling secrets to look slimmer for summer. And we're both like, oh yeah, I'm starting my diet Monday. Great time to make a video about this.
So. And I've got my monthly friend visiting me today, so I feel super not bloated and my slimmest ever.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was like, wait, these tricks are definitely working because I feel so heavy
Well,
today.
you know what? If the tricks work well, then it's perfect. This is actually the right time to film the video because if you're already feeling slim and wonderful and you've already been eating healthy, you don't need these.
Exactly.
We actually had, speaking of that, a funny comment. So we did a video probably, like last year, I guess, and it was some styling tricks on concealing like belly fat and everything. And we just recently had someone watch that video and commented on something like, oh, how do we know if these work when you're using models who don't have any belly fat? And I was dying and I was thinking, well, that means they work really well because we're the models and
I
we
was like,
certainly have some belly fat.
I love you.
Yeah,
You're my
favorite
favorite.
subscriber ever. So if someone actually believes that, then the tips are amazing.
yeah.
That video was better than we thought. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out because apparently the tips are really good.
So tip number one is wearing high-waisted shorts. So whether those are denim button-up shorts to your waist or whether those are some of the paper bag shorts that we've shown you in a couple of previous videos, wearing high-waisted shorts definitely for sure will make you look slimmer. And the reason why, no surprise, is because it is accentuating the smallest part of your waist in your torso. So it's hitting you in the perfect place. It's also, you know, where you're tucking it in or maybe doing a little side tie, it's showing the smallest part. And instead of, you know, hitting you maybe just like an inch below at your widest part of your waist. So these are a great tip.
Yeah, these are great. I found a pair of these denim shorts, which we're going to be showing you from Old Navy. They're actually a high rise and the same thing that we've talked a million times about that you get from the high-rise jeans. This is just doing them in a short because it's summer and you're going to be wearing a lot more shorts, I'm sure. And it also really elongates the leg because now you've created a longer line for your leg. So, you know, it kind of holds you in a bit, almost like a little bit of like a girdle effect. So, you know, these are great. You can really tell when you kind of put something, in this one we tried to show it by putting a side-by-side, and I used a white t-shirt, not because I think this is like a great flattering outfit for me, because I don't, but you can, it really illustrates it, because I could put a very cute top that maybe would work with either short, but by putting the plain white tee, you can really see that on the low-waisted short, I look quite a bit wider, and when I put them with the higher waisted short, I'm kind of tucking everything in and creating that longer line, so it's just a more flattering look. And of course, if it works with a t-shirt, it's going to work great with all types of shirts for summer.
And not that, you know, Kelly, you know, is not a large person by any means, and this is really just, you know, for someone who is body conscious right in the middle, that this is going to be a tip that's basically going to be applying to you, something that's going to help you to be able to cinch in that area. So if you've already got a skinny waist, don't worry about it. Wait for other tips.
Yeah, I feel like this could work for a lot of
in the middle, if you're conscious for that little muffin top in the middle, this is going to help to conceal it.
Exactly. So this next trick is something that we used in different videos. You'll see these a lot. We are big fans of the long cardigan, but this one is very specific to summer, and it's a very, very sheer cardigan. You know, we live in Florida, so obviously we're not going to be wearing heavy sweaters anytime in the summer. These are the thinnest, sheerest cardigans. They're really not giving you any warmth whatsoever, but what they are doing is concealing any insecurities you may have in your upper body area, as well as kind of creating that long, lean line if you feel like, you know, you don't have a defined waist, or maybe you're carrying extra weight in your middle, a muffin top, anything like that, or even really your backside, because they're long and sheer and they just glide right over any insecurities that you have. So if you're feeling like, oh, I would love to wear, this really cute camisole or tank top, but oh, I really don't like the way these parts are looking, throw on the long sheer cardigan and you're gonna have a really chic and pretty look. And most people aren't gonna think you're wearing it just to cover up your insecurities. It's actually really stylish.
Yeah. No, it's true. And also, besides, covering up, maybe like if you feel like specifically you have, more of like a bulkier arm, or like Kelly had said, maybe like your waist or your backside. Another area that I know that a lot of women also feel insecure about is that little, extra bit of skin that we sometimes get, that bunches up right where our bra is meeting our skin area. So that's also another thing. Plus also, I think it, adds a little bit. For me, I like to work in threes. So if I've got several elements to my outfit, I also think that, it's a lot more flattering.
Yeah, it adds some interest.
So for tip number 3, we have wrap or tie waist jumpsuits or dressers. So I think this one goes without saying that it's pretty easy. We're going to accentuate and bring the focus to the smallest part of your waist. So this is another waist one, ladies, if you're feeling insecure there, or if you sometimes have, maybe like a smaller chest and you want to be able to kind of accentuate your waist, you'll also find that these wrap dresses, wrap shirts, wrap jumpers, all of them, not a jumper, sorry, wrap tie waist jumper, then this would be a good option for you.
Absolutely. I feel like this is probably one of my favorites. I mean, when I wear dresses, you'll typically find them being this style of either a wrap, a faux wrap, or just a tie waist. But for me, I have more of a rectangular build. I don't have a lot of definition in the waist. So this is one way that I can really create that waistline. And so it does make me feel slimmer. I feel like for most women, it's super flattering. Whether you're, plus size or whatever it is, a wrap dress, it's universally flattering. And so the same applies to wrap rompers, wrap jumpers, or just tie waist in general. You're just creating that defined waist. So it's a great summer trick.
Tip number 4 is by far my favorite, because it really focuses on the part that I feel like is one of my main weaknesses, which is my legs. I have short legs, so in order to elongate my legs, make them look slimmer, wearing nude wedges are for sure one of the things I'm definitely going to be doing when I don't feel my best, and it's because the nude color will help to elongate my legs, as well as also the wedge helps to really tone that part of like my calf area and make it just look longer and sleeker and prettier.
And these in particular, I love.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, this is a shock. And this kind of happened by accident, so it's kind of funny. I was looking for a perfect like espadrille type of summer shoe for traveling. So of course I have lots of great nude wedges with, a bigger, thicker wedge, and they're great for when you are not doing a ton of walking. They're comfortable, but I wanted something that I could like walk all over Europe in. So I stumbled on these. I actually had bought them for my daughters before. It's just a small wedge. I had ordered a pair to try, but then I had seen another pair of nude wedges that also looked like they would be really cute. So I ordered both of them. They came in the mail the same day. I went and I put them on and I was in shock. I was in shock to see how the thickness of the band, the strap, as well as the placement of the strap is so drastic in what it does for your leg. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is such a helpful tip. I showed it to my husband. He was like, oh, wow. Like they probably would have been fine had you not put on the other one next to it and seen the drastic difference. So what we really wanted to point out to you with this side by side is that, having the nude wedge is great, but how thick the strap is, as well as where it lays on your foot, is hugely important. And my legs are not really an area that I worry about slimming or whatever. That's my slimmer part. However, even for me, putting this thick strap across the widest part of my ankle, if you see the side by side, you can see it just really makes my leg and my ankle not look as flattering. It looks chubbier. It doesn't give that nice slim look to it. So by having the strap thinner and in the smallest part of the foot, the ankle, it's just really much more flattering. So if you're someone who feels like, you don't have a defined ankle, maybe you have like a thicker leg, or my daughters, they like to say cankles, the calf and the ankle kind of, don't have a lot of definition, this is going to be like life-changing for you. These shoes are awesome. And the fact that the wedge is just so small, you can walk in these all day.
Oh yeah.
Super comfortable shoes. So yeah, I feel like I found like the holy grail of wedges with these.
And you know, when I saw it, I thought, gosh, you know what? That makes so much sense, because you wear, pants that hit you at the smallest part of your waist. And for someone who is insecure about, on their ankles, it makes sense that you're going to have the strap that hits you right at the smallest part of your ankle in order to make it look thinner. And when I was videotaping, I was like, this is incredible, because Kelly has already super, super skinny legs, like for sure, like favorite feature on her body for sure. If I could swap legs, I definitely would.
Well, then I get to swap too, okay?
But yeah, I definitely think, if you are conscious, about that area, for sure.
Yeah.
Make sure you're hitting that spot and getting, a nice little thin strap right across
and
it makes so much
makes
sense.
me kind of want to like burn some of my other wedges.
No, don't say that.
Because it's just, I thought like some of them were okay before, but then when you see the difference, you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's because it's side by side, but what it is specifically is someone who's really struggling
with
I
that,
agree. They're going to want to then,
yeah,
purchase.
if that's your issue, if your ankles are your issue, or your calf area, these shoes, you really want to check them out, because they really will make you feel great.
Exactly. Skinniest part, nude, and right placement.
Yes.
So, and a wedge. Wedge, there's more.
And our next tip is another one that we use all the time, probably every day, and that is the V-neck. So, you won't catch us very often in a round neck, especially not a high round neck. And that is because we really just like the way visually the V-necks look on us. And the reason for that is a V-neck is showing more of the skin here. So it's creating a longer effect on your upper body and a more slimming effect. And just the V shape itself is also just a way of creating slimmer proportions. So, you'll definitely see that we go for V-necks and almost everything that we choose, and we really didn't have a great way to show a high round neck, because neither one of us could find a single one in our closet. I think we got rid of those things long ago. So just wearing a V-neck, whether it's a top, a jumper, a romper.
Yeah, I think the closest that I had was like a scoop neck, and I was like, yep, no, I don't have any round necks to show you.
Yeah, I didn't have anything at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel top heavy.
Me
it really
too.
does. It makes me appear as if I've got even more weight on me than I want.
Yeah, and I see them on some people, and they work very well. So nothing against round necks, but I think what it is for you have a larger chest. For me, I have broader shoulders. Two things that a high round neck is just not going to be flattering. So if you carry more weight on your upper body, you don't really want that. If you're someone who's very, very tiny and petite, little tiny shoulders, and you want to widen them up a bit, or, very small chest, you're gonna have the opposite.
Yes.
No,
that's so true, because my mom is super petite, and when she wears V-necks, she feels like she looks like she's so skinny, and people will actually comment on like, oh, Suki, have you lost weight, or whatever. And really all it is just the difference between having a rounded neck and having one that's V-neck.
Absolutely.
So for her, it's the complete opposite.
It's so true. There's a YouTuber that I watch. She's very, very, very skinny, and I notice almost every shirt she features is a rounded neck, and that's why, because when she wears, the V-neck, the bones are really showing. So, obviously some people can pull off the round neck really well, but if you're self-conscious about, upper body or being broader, V-necks are really going to help you out.
And tip number 6 is just another one that I love, and that's wearing a long pendant necklace. It creates like a nice long vertical line, kind of the same thing as like the V-neck shirts, kind of creates, just this elongating effect. And for me, whenever I have a shirt on that maybe I'm not happen to wear, any sort of earrings with, for sure you will see me, I will have a long, necklace on, and I just feel like it makes me look slimmer.
Yeah,
it does.
Same thing.
And I was gravitating to them for the longest time, and I didn't really kind of realize why I was doing it until we started putting some of these tips together. I was like, that's why I like it so much.
It's so true. I think, a lot of people, if you look in the mirror and you just find yourself liking certain things, like the V-neck, like the long necklace, and you maybe don't think about why, but they're all kind of doing the same things. Long lines, long lines, long lines. So yeah, it's creating a V, it's creating a long line, drawing the eye downward. It's just, yeah, I like short necklaces sometimes, but I do find when, like a top like this, a short necklace would be pretty, but for especially like a t-shirt or something that's solid, it just kind of breaks it up.
Exactly. And hopefully you're drawing that line right down to what? Your high-waisted shorts. High-waisted jeans. The smallest part of your waist, ladies. Are you taking notes?
Yeah, this is a good one to take notes. And for tip number 7, this one we kind of got to laugh about, but big straw bags. And not just because we're obsessed with them for summer, because we love our big straw bags, but we have to be honest. Sometimes we're filming outfits and we like the fact that we've got this big tote that we're kind of like angling it. Oh, I'm feeling a little chubby in the waist area. I got this big straw bag. It's covering. So there is something about it. I think it also has a little to do with the proportion. So I feel, and I don't have any scientific proof of this, but I feel like if I'm wearing a bigger bag in proportion, maybe I look a bit smaller. So, a big straw bag on an insecure day, on a day when you're bloated and feeling, not your best, can really kind of feel like, I don't know, a little bit of a security blanket.
For me, I see my straw bag, my big bags, as like another child. Instead of having a child in front of me when I'm taking pictures, I just throw that bag in front.
So true. So like the beach photo, the family beach photo. Right. Come here, kids.
I placed them right in front of you.
If you don't know that, maybe we need to make a video on like strategies for picture taking.
Oh my God, that's so true.
But yeah, the big straw bag is your best friend in the summer.
Yeah, my third child. I'm
we're not
closely connected.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to say like you should be hiding. That's
no.
Obviously, all these tips are good to make you feel better. But there's something to be said for that big straw bag. And it's also super practical and holds all your stuff, and it's cute and it's summery. And if you are feeling kind of bad, well, you've got your little security blanket there to keep you
And I'll be honest with you too, like a lot of times when I am looking at other women and I'm like, oh my God, what a cute outfit. One of the things that I'm noticing is what bag they are carrying. So it's very stylish and it's drawing my eyes to that. When it's not, being drawn to the necklace that they're wearing.
That's right.
The shoes that they have
Exactly.
on,
All these little details. Yeah, so we hope you guys enjoyed this, and please, keep in mind, we are sharing these tips because we're sharing our own personal little insecurities that we sometimes have, little tricks that we use to feel better about ourselves, not because we're saying everybody should try to look, skinny and everyone has to be tiny, skinny. Nothing like that. This is just...
Or we're also not saying that we don't, try to appreciate the body shapes that we do have as well.
Yeah, that's what we're all about really, is appreciating what you have and making the best of it. And these tips are just how you can make yourself feel good, make the best of what you have. We are using these tips because we're not necessarily ready to give up all the yummy foods and things that we love and start going to the gym for 5 hours. So we're going to use some tips that are going to make us feel the best for where we are in life right now, and hopefully you can use these tips as well if you want to feel your best, and that's all it really is about. So take them for what they are, and hopefully they'll make you feel great.
I know, it's so true, because we're actually going on vacation soon, and it's like 5 days before my vacation. I'm like, it probably would be a good time for me to start eating a salad today. Watching how much I eat a little bit today. So if that really bothered me, I would have started like 5 months ago.
That's right. Yeah, it's definitely not, I want to be healthier just for the sake of, being healthier, feeling good about yourself. I think it's important. But can I say that I'm like super motivated to like give up all my favorite things and, not have an ice cream cone with the kids? No, I'm not. And I'm about to go to Europe in a little while, and I'm going to be eating crepes and macaroons and all that good stuff. So sometimes these tips are going to help me feel a little bit better.
I'm hoping that all the walking that we're going to be doing, because we're going taking the kids to Washington, D.C., and we're going to go to Savannah. I'm hoping that will help me. Like, so if I come back in a couple of videos and I look thinner, then hopefully it's just melted off from all the summer heat.
Or the tips are really working. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed it and got some helpful, useful tips out of it.
Yes. And hopefully you guys also have some great summer trips planned for yourselves. So leave us a comment below. Let us know if there's any future videos that you guys are interested in. Let us know where you guys are vacationing, what you guys are planning on doing. If there's any sort of tips that you guys have that you want to share with us.
Share them.
You know, this is not just a one-way kind of thing. Like, for sure, let us know what you guys are doing. So,
absolutely. And we will see you guys next Monday, 7 p.m.
New time. All right. Bye,
Bye.
guys.